So let yourself relax. Come into this position of knowing that which is aware is here now. I am this awareness. This is not a mental thought. This is a recognition. I am here now. That you feel every moment of every day, but often don't notice. This awareness, without any object, bare, simple, direct, naked. Only awareness. Seeing that about yourself in this moment, knowing with complete certainty, I am here now. Let yourself relax. Sink into your own being. Stay alert without thinking. Coming back to the recognition that which is aware is here now. So when I opened the Satsang tonight, I suggested to you that you could come into this recognition that which is aware is here now. If you dive deeply into the inquiry, any one of the inquiry questions, who am I? Where am I? What am I? What is this I? What is this I referring to? Ultimately, you come to this recognition that behind all of your experience is this spacious awareness. And one of the things that we do in our practice is we begin to play with what feels like a back and forth movement between this recognition, that awareness itself, or pure awareness, or bare awareness, or naked awareness, or however you want to describe the awareness which is free from thought. This awareness is here. You have this recognition, and the most common, I think, what people describe as a difficulty is that when awareness moves, rises up as thought, as emotion, as experience, there's a tendency to believe that something has changed and that something is not good, that as a sadhak, as a meditator, that what I should be doing is I should always be in that state of pristine recognition of awareness itself. And so there's a denial, in a way, of this understanding that while I am awareness, while awareness is here, in this moment of silence, this awareness is also present in a moment that feels like I, or me, or mine, or feels like activity. So it's good to ask yourself, am I any less aware because I'm sipping my coffee? Am I any less aware because I'm working at my computer? Because this distinction in which you say, I am aware here now until I start doing this, until this thought comes, until this activity happens, until this emotion passes through. This is a place that is causing you a great deal of suffering. And this place is coming out of the space of not recognizing that the same awareness which is here as being consciousness, when the natural state of meditation is here, and I don't mean that effortful state of meditation where you're picking something and sticking with it and following it and counting breaths, and I don't mean the I meditation where I am here and I am doing this meditation or this visualization or this mantra. I mean the natural kind of meditation that we're always pointing to here, which is the meditation which is naturally there. When you first go to the recognition, awareness is here, and then you rest. And just don't pick up anything else that comes after that. This is meditation in its natural state, or in its wild state, or in its free state. It's a state of meditation which each and every one of you has in the natural state of recognition. I am aware. And you let the story end there. And awareness becomes whole. But as soon as something comes, whether it's a thought in your meditation or something you need to do today, and you move into the next activity, the most common thing that I hear from people is often, why am I not able to maintain awareness when I'm moving, when I'm typing, when I'm drinking, when I'm doing the dishes? The simplest answer is, you think there's a difference in awareness. There may be a difference in the experience you're having between when you're sitting in natural meditation and when you're doing something, when the doer is there, when activity is there. But isn't the awareness which is present in this moment of silence, in meditation, in naturally occurring meditation, naturally occurring presence, is there a difference between that awareness which is present then, without an afterthought, and the awareness which is engaged in thought? There appears to be a difference, doesn't there? It seems like one is silent and one is active. This is probably true, but this is just two aspects of awareness if you really look at it. Awareness itself, in its aspect of silence, is what you feel in natural meditation, what you experience directly. It's not a feeling. What you experience directly in natural meditation is the silence of your own being, or the silence of being consciousness. What you experience in a thought, what you experience in an activity, what you would experience in something else that's going on in your life, something that you're doing, is awareness in its arising aspect, or in its active aspect. In Vedanta, this is often referred to as Shiva and Shakti. Shiva depicted as the Lord of Silence, sitting, unmoving, often depicted sitting in the snow or in the mountains. Lord Shiva is unaffected. This is awareness in its aspect as silence, as your essential nature, and Shakti, that aspect of energetic movement which leads to thought, to emotion, to activity. So even in Vedanta, even in the Hindu tradition, these two aspects of awareness itself are described or depicted in two different ways, one in stillness, one in creation, Shiva and Shakti. This is all that's happening when you move from your meditation, which is silence, bare attention, naked awareness, however it appears to you, emptiness. All of these are ways of describing this space of recognition that awareness is here and that it is essential, and it is in its essential nature. It has no characteristics. So the mind is quiet, the thoughts are subdued, the bodily sensations are quiet. This is all this aspect of still awareness. As awareness begins to move, what you notice is a thought. Risha's question says, my mind has a question, do I need to be present here for awareness to be present? Or am I present because awareness is here? It's the second one, Risha. Awareness is the underlying substratum of everything that is. The reason I say that is because if you look at it even logically, you can see that without there being this awareness of nothingness or emptiness, there can be nothing in which the I arises. So, to make this a little bit more explainable in terms of your own experience, when you experience deep sleep, I is not present, correct? It's only when awareness rises up in some way in the body-mind, as either the dream state or the waking state, that I becomes possible. We don't recognize I in the deep sleep state. We only recognize it in the dream state, after the dream is over usually, or we recognize it in the waking state. So this is the logical evidence, if you will, for the logical mind, that in order for I to be known, there must be some substratum on which it's built. This substrate I refer to as awareness. Bhagavan refers to as the self. This is the substrate. This is common to all. The I is the individual nature of each body-mind, and it is experienced as the individual nature of each body and mind. If we wait just in the recognition of I, and we go no further, eventually we don't attach to thought, we don't attach to emotion, we don't attach to anything in our experience. Eventually, I will fall back into itself and come to rest as this pristine or naked awareness, the awareness in which nothing rises, and yet everything is seen. And if something wants to rise, it's just allowed to do it, because it's not recognized to be different from me as awareness, not from me as the personality. This awareness has the potential, the possibility, and the capability of encompassing, holding, supporting, or letting go of anything which comes into the space of pure awareness. So this awareness is necessarily present before I can arise, let alone me, let alone mine, let alone you, let alone other. Awareness itself is acting from the totality. There is only one. There is no distinction and no separation. I is necessarily the expression of rising awareness through the body-mind, and it is the first step in the recognition of the perception, not the truth, the perception, the illusion of separation. So this is not to say I is bad. It's just to say understand what's going on. As soon as I arises, you arises. As soon as you arise, they arise. As soon as they arises, the world arises. So know that chain of causality. If you see this, you can be free of it, right? We've talked about this many times before. That which you see, you are not. You are observing it. This is the value of the witness, what we call the witness position in meditation or in awareness. By witnessing, we are able to see what we are not. So this doesn't mean that what we are not is not going to keep coming up, because this is happening spontaneously, isn't it? We have no idea why this thought suddenly came into the mind at this moment, or this activity suddenly popped up to be done, or something happened and it was necessary for us to turn our attention there. We have no idea why this dance is going on. But we can know one thing for sure. All of it is awareness. Some of you have heard me say before, use everything as a bell of mindfulness. This is the reason for that. If you understand that you are not unaware, you are not wrongly aware, your awareness as a thought, as an emotion, as a task is not wrong. It's just awareness in another form. If what you're interested in, as you all are, is this recognition that at the foundation of all of your experiences in body, mind, and world, there is this essence or this essential nature, then we use the inquiry to try to come back from any kind of disturbance which we perceive to be indicating that we are separate from the totality of experience. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandinam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritawa Swaha Bhuva Bhu Om Sat Jung Hang Om